Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. February 14th. There's 320 days left in the year, and it also happens to be Valentine's Day. So, feel free when you get here to put a 1 in the comments if you're watching live. Put a 2 if you're watching the recorded version. We don't have a whole lot to get to this morning, but we'll get into some things. Let's start off with how about some weather for today, huh? Weather temperatures in the lakes were in the 30s this morning. We have a 40% chance of rain in the forecast. They're expected to be in our area probably around or after 3 p.m. today. So grab those raincoats and keep those umbrellas handy. Temperatures to rise into the lower 60s, and that'll allow for the next front to move in Saturday with about an 80% chance of thunderstorms. Again, a wet weekend ahead. But highs on Saturday will be in the middle to upper 70s and could produce winds up to 30 to 40 miles per hour, according to Greg Boswick. So if you have anything like loose plywood or things that are just easily blown away, you may want to tie them down and get those secure. That's for sure. But thank you, Greg Boswick, for providing us with that little brief weather. So when you get here, say hi in the comments, if you will. On to some local news. Did you guys see this where a basketball playoff game between Holday Zeta and Burkeville took a turn when parents and students started streaming onto the basketball court in an all-out brawl, which led to the UIL suspending both teams from the playoffs. So who won that game? Who were the real winners there? I'll tell you who. Irrational stupidity. Certainly not the students, because their playoff season's over. Okay, they don't get a chance. Anybody want to see the video? I'll show it to you. Say me in the comments if you want to see it. Well, I'm actually going to show it to you anyway, so let's do that. You guys ready? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to show it to you. I'll tell you why, because sometimes there's legalities there. But that does bring us to our poll question, our poll time question, which is, do parents take their children's sports too serious? Do they? Do you know somebody like that? Are you like that? Let me know. And let me know why. Let me know why. Because I'll tell you, every one of my children have played sports. And I've never ran into this on the field. I've never ran into a court. I've never had words with a referee. None of that. I was able to just sit there, let the refs call the game. Do I think some of the calls were unjustified? Absolutely. But was it worth getting out of the stands and getting into a physical altercation over? Absolutely not. So I wanted to hear from you, because maybe you're passionate. Maybe you're that passionate to where you want to do that. But for me, from my standpoint, I've never done that before. And so I was just curious if you guys are like that. Now, let's take, do you guys really want to see the video? Because I'll show it to you. I really will. If you want to see it, here we go. Can you guys see that? Listen in. Look at him jump out of the stands and run like that. Man, that's crazy. Yeah. Wow. Check that out. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it happens more than you think. But so let me know in the polling question what you think about that. Let's move on, because this is my favorite part. This is my favorite part of the whole segments, really, that we do here. And that's called On the Menu. We do this every day, pretty much. Whether it's something I eat or something I'm wanting to eat, whether it's something you introduced me to. But I'll tell you, yesterday, we had the pleasure Z over at Bruno's has been asking me for years to come and check out her food and visit her establishment. And I just haven't gotten around to it, and she knows why. But yesterday, we popped in there, probably around 2:00, and we had the Spaghetti Works. And if you haven't been to Bruno's, based off of just that, the Spaghetti Works, because that tells me there are signature I don't know, dishes that you can get at certain places that'll kind of tell you how this place operates or what they're about, you know? And for me, if I'm going to an Italian restaurant, I'm going to get something Spaghetti Works or lasagna or chicken, you know, something like that. And so we had the Spaghetti Works and it was delicious. Now, I like really salty stuff, so I did add salt and pepper, but I understand there's rules to that, or you know, you want to be fair to everybody with that. But I'll tell you, the real star of my meal was that bread pudding you're seeing in the picture. You see that bread pudding? It was about this high, okay? And I believe that was a white chocolate sauce, cream sauce on it. Oh my goodness, with raspberries and blueberries. You know how most bread pudding is maybe a little soggy? That one wasn't. No, I'm going to go out on a limb here, a little tiny limb. And I'm going to say that was the best bread pudding in Beaumont, Texas. Now, granted, disclaimer here, I haven't had everybody's bread pudding, but I've had a lot of them. And to me, that was the best. But the real star of the show was Z herself, because she came by and she was the just gracious hostess. She was so friendly. Her hospitality was showing through and through, and it was great. So Z, we really appreciate it, and we will definitely be back. Looking forward to it. I don't know when. It took me, 3 years to get over there, but we'll be back. We'll try not to wait 3 years, but we'll come back. So if you haven't been over there, go check it out for real. I mean, it will not be a wasted trip if you cruise over to Bruno's Italian restaurant over there. And I'm not sure if that's the proper full name, but I know it's Bruno's. So go check it out. But she has a wonderful story. If you get a chance to visit with her, she's got an awesome story, and she doesn't mind telling it. I may have her on. We talked about that. We're probably going to have her on pretty soon. And the one last thing for me, for those of you just joining me, you missed all the news, so you're going to have to go back and watch the replay. But if you're still looking for a Valentine's Day gift, ladies and gentlemen, be sure and go check out Avonlea Jewelers. They're right there in front of a Lumberton Walmart in that little stripping center. You can see their emblem right there, that A with the diamond. It's right there. You can't miss it. But maybe you're not even looking for something new. Maybe you want something like to resize a ring that was handed down to you, or maybe as a guy, you had a grandfather's knife and maybe you want to get an inscription on it or something of that nature. They do all that, because William Baxley, he doesn't just sell jewelry, okay? He doesn't just own a jewelry store. He's a jeweler, like a master, like he can create things. He can build jewelry for you. He can resize, he can engrave, he can do all sorts of things. And they also got new lines in there, but it's equally divided. They have just as much men's as they do women's. So men, go in there and browse it, even if it's not a special occasion like a birthday or anniversary or anything like that. If you're just looking to burn money, go in there, because it'll happen. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. Okay, so go check out Avonlea Jewelry for Valentine's. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to bow out now. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm not sure if I'm going to be around this weekend, but if it's breaking news, I'll break in and share it with you. My name is Adam C. Brooks. Don't forget to follow, like, share our stuff. Go check out the Brooks Report Live. Stay in touch with us. Looking forward to hearing from you. If you hear something or see something you're not sure about, shoot me a message. I'll be sure to check it out for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day. We'll see you back here.